Well, before the exams, I would talk to all my students, asking if they could have any doubts. It would be available to solve their doubts in my studies group class. Then, after the exams, if a teen fails the test, I would call him privately. Then I'd talk to him or her that unfortunately it wasn't succeeded that time. Unfortunately, his grade wasn't enough to pass to another level. Although I know he has been attending the classes, doing the activities, portfolios, and so I know he has studied, but I was afraid it wasn't enough to go to another level. Then I'd ask him if there was something wrong during the test, if he could have done better, or he could have changed something. And I also would ask about the classes, if he was able to understand the classes, and when it was the time or the moment he stopped understanding the subjects or being confused, and what part of the classes he didn't understand, or even though if my explanations were enough or clear enough, and what doubts he had. I asked those questions for getting a feedback of the classes, and I can see how is the class ongoing or the whole classroom process, and I can evaluate myself for the teacher. After checking that, I need to know what can I do for helping that student inside the classroom. Maybe the teacher needs to give him more attention, or when the teacher is explaining the topics to him, he should be more careful, or we should offer that student reinforcement, like after the class, teacher can spend few minutes for explaining or solving his doubts, or when the teacher is explaining keeping your English up, he can ask if any students have doubts, or even though I can invite him or other students to come to my studies group every week for making clear some grammar topics or vocabulary. And finally, I would show to the student the test, and I'd spot his mistakes, reminding him of topics he had already studied. And I would motivate him, saying that the teacher, the school, and myself are there to helping him, not to judge him, but to support him as a coach does with his players. At last, he can count on us to help him and teach him at any time.